Hey guys, how we doing? So we're continuing with these Totally Not Mark character analysis kind of videos that he's been doing on the Dragon Ball characters, and this one is Trunks, the wounded character. Trunks, when he first came into this, was very interesting. Just straight away, what was his introduction? Just killing Frieza with his sword straight away, and his dad, and it's just like, what? And then the whole future thing, and then bam, find out who he is, how he's related to everyone. Incredible. And then I feel like a lot of people feel like Super did a massive injustice to him. Is that the word? Is that what I'm looking for? They did him wrong. They did him dirty is what people basically trying to say. I had no problem whatsoever. I loved having him come back and having his story and that carry on. I thought it was awesome. But yeah, I do feel like his character slowly has just been like, especially at the end where it's like, I've got this sword now and blah, save the world with the... Bit of an asshole. But anyway, let's see what Totally Mark has to say on Trunks, the wounded character.
Future Trunks.
Yeah, man.
Flashing onto the scene out of nowhere, taking out the most prolific villain in Dragon Ball
Yeah.
history. Soon becoming
What an
one of the most
intro.
popular characters in
What
the
an
entire
intro.
series. However, with a saga that includes moments such as this, I often felt as though a particular
Oh, Gohan.
relationship dynamic
Yeah.
was largely kept out of the spotlight. So, as I often do, I decided to go to my Twitter to ask my followers
Like you
what
do.
they thought. Asking the question, which of these was your favorite relationship in Dragon Ball's Cell Arc?
Interesting.
I provided 3 options to choose from, and with
Vegeta.
over 2,000 votes cast, the clear winner was
Favorite was
Gohan
Goku and
Goku.
Gohan. Yeah, 'cause
And while I
the
think
whole
there are
Gohan
definitely
thing
a
where
lot
it
of
led up to that was
aspects to love
amazing.
about the relationship and interactions during this part of the story, today I want to bring attention
Why
to and
wasn't
focus
that?
on what I believe is one of the most underrated, fantastic, and believable relationships
Oh, yeah,
ever
that's
told
amazing.
in Dragon Ball. I want to take an in-depth look at how Trunks and his scenes were written to achieve an emotional connection with the audience, to explore how the supporting characters played a role in reinforcing this relationship,
Yeah.
and to explain how a father and son dynamic built one of the most realistic and cathartic relationships in the show's history. This is Future Trunks, the wounded character.
My baby boy! Team 4-star, man. Boop, 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 boop.
In storytelling, what makes a character and story interesting is largely the conflict. According to K.M. Weiland's book, Creating Character Arcs, there are 4 aspects that make up the arc and the conflict in a character's mind. These are the lie that they believe, the thing they want,
Right.
the thing they need, and the wound.
Ooh.
To begin our dissection of Trunks' character, I think it's important we first understand the storytelling term.
The wound.
According to author K.M. Weiland, wound is movie speak for something in your character's past.
Right.
Often the wound will be something shocking and traumatic. This wound from a traumatic event typically causes or is connected to the lie the character believes, which
Okay.
is the harboring of some deeply held misconception the character either believes about themselves, the world, or both.
The world.
In other words, the character's wound often goes hand in hand with the lie that they believe and need to overcome over the course of the story. For example, in the case of Marvel's Spider-Man Homecoming,
Yeah.
Peter's wound is his Uncle Ben's murder. It's something he blames himself for, something that drives him throughout the story's runtime and continues to do so today. At the same time, the lie that he believes is that he needs the suit to be Spider-Man. That
When
in
in
order to
reality,
be a hero, he needs that special
he is
suit
Spider-Man.
Tony Stark provided for him. To which Tony Stark responds,
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it. Okay?
in this one scene, Peter's desire to help others is demonstrated. His wound, Uncle Ben's death, motivating him, but at the same time it's made evident through his own words that he doesn't fully believe in himself.
Yeah.
Which is the lie his character believes. In the case of Trunks,
Okay,
during
cool.
his unveiling he comes off as a confident and capable fighter, breezing through the largest foe the series has seen in an
Frieza.
instant, with a smirk on his face.
Take that. Yeah.
However,
Love it,
shortly
ladies.
after, we soon find out that he isn't as sure-footed as he initially appeared. We eventually learn that Trunks comes from an alternate future where everyone but himself, Bulma, and a few others have died.
They're all dead.
Individuals responsible? The androids. Despicable cyborgs responsible for taking Trunks' only father figure away from him, Gohan. This is Trunks' wound.
So
Trunks
sad.
blames himself for Gohan's death in his timeline. If he had been stronger, if he had been better, maybe he could
Just
have saved
maybe he
him.
could have saved
As
him,
a
yeah.
result of this trauma, the lie Trunks now believes is that he needs someone else to save his timeline for him. He needs help. Additionally, he deeply desires to meet and build a relationship of some form with the father he never had a chance to meet. Which leads me nicely into what I believe was Trunks' most important play in the series, his interactions with a certain character.
Vegeta! It's so cool. I like this video is going in a different direction than I thought it was at the beginning. Like, this is cool. Hey!
Vegeta's wound or traumatic life-changing event was his planet's destruction and his upbringing under Frieza.
Yep.
He was raised to believe that strength was all that mattered and that he was destined to be the strongest.
I
Saiyan.
shall be
However,
the
when he finds out
king
that
of
isn't the
Saiyans.
case, suddenly becoming stronger and demonstrating his superiority becomes the only thing that occupies his mind. Vegeta now thinks that the only thing worth pursuing is power. That is the lie that Vegeta believes. And he puts up a strong guard against those that suggest otherwise. However, in Trunks' first conversation with Goku before leaving to the past, he comments that Vegeta looks lonely and informs Goku that that was what made Bulma interact with him in the first place.
Oh.
She had sympathy for Vegeta.
Yay.
But that's not to say Trunks is perfect either.
無茶だ。あなた一人でみすみす死にに行くようなものです。
This is a terrific example of character values in conflict. In John Truby's book, The Anatomy of Story, he writes, identify a set of values for your hero and each of the other main characters. Make each set of values as different from the others as possible. As your hero and his opponents fight over the goal, make sure their values come into direct conflict. In other words, establish the theme of your story. Set the main goal for all the characters to aim for, and give all the characters pushing towards that goal different values. In the case of Trunks and Vegeta in this instance, they are working towards the same goal, but have vastly different ideas of what they think it takes to achieve that goal. When the androids are woken up, Trunks unleashes a massive blast without warning, after which Vegeta remarks that that was an entirely pointless effort, which it was. Trunks believes that the androids are too monstrous and that they shouldn't even try. He's ruled by fear and vengeance, clouding his judgment, leading to poor decisions being made. Vegeta, on the other side of the coin, thinks that nothing can be greater than he is.
Yeah,
and that
he
if
is
they
the
are
best,
strong,
and then, my
he should
God.
still be the one to face them anyway. These actions are motivated by the wounds both characters have endured in their pasts, resulting in them both living out the lies that they hold to be
Brilliantly
true.
contrasting
Trunks, ruled by
clips
fear of
there.
loss and
That was
destruction,
brilliant.
deems it impossible to win without help, and Vegeta, believing only he can do it, refusing any help. However, something happens. During Vegeta's fight with 18, Trunks remarks, I never knew my father was so powerful. He's holding his own against those androids. Androids we later find out are tougher than those in Trunks' timeline. Trunks underestimates what he and others are capable of because of his fear and experiences.
Yeah,
However, by
he's
that
holding
same
back as well.
token, Vegeta overestimates what he is capable of, casting aside the notion of ever working as part of a team. It's worth mentioning at this point that Trunks was correct in his estimations of the androids. That alone, Vegeta was no match for 18 once his stamina was drained. However, his estimation of what a Saiyan is capable of was skewed by fear, and when faced with another father figure down one arm, on the brink of death, Trunks acts on emotion, making matters worse by including Android 17.
Yeah.
Trunks is naive, but he doesn't know it yet. Vegeta makes a lot of mistakes, but he never makes the mistake of underestimating what he is capable of. As mentioned by both Piccolo and Goku in this arc, Vegeta is a fighting genius, demonstrating a mental toughness and resilience that Trunks is sorely lacking. Perfectly shown by their first reactions to the inside of the time chamber.
Oh, when they're in the time
with
chamber,
Trunks
man.
distraught and Vegeta delighted.
Yeah, he's like,
Due
let's
to the
do
turmoil
this.
Trunks' past and his
This is gonna
belief
be
that he
brilliant.
needs help to succeed,
And Trunks
he
is like,
can't
this is
clearly take
overwhelming.
stock of what he is capable of, when that is all that Vegeta can see clearly about himself. Now, locked in a room together, Vegeta is forced to share a space with his son, and Trunks is forced to challenge his limits in ways he never thought possible. The lies they tell themselves are almost perfect opposites. Trunks wants group cooperation, but doesn't believe in himself. Vegeta believes only in himself,
Only in himself,
and wants nothing to do with teamwork. Both of their lies are in direct conflict, and as a result, they force each other to change.
Amazing. My baby boy!
The positive change arc sees the protagonist start out with varying degrees of denial and suffering. As the story progresses, he's forced to challenge his beliefs about both himself and the world around him until finally overcoming these inner demons, changing for the better. Vegeta realizes in this moment that he does care about other people. He cares about his son. Despite being uncaring and unkind in the past, he dashes in to avenge his son in the same careless manner
That Trunks did,
against Android 18. This was not a smart move, one Vegeta apologizes for moments later. However, to complete his arc for this saga, he works as part of a team to defeat Cell alongside
He does, doesn't he? Like, he tips the balance.
the supporting role. Thanks to Trunks, Vegeta, whether he wants to admit it now or not, cares and has grown as a character for the better. Trunks, once revived, after all he has experienced through his time with the main cast, has overcome his internal struggles
And he
too.
just annihilates them.
That he has what it takes to
He has the
protect
confidence
his future.
now.
Again,
The
this
ability
is
to
similar
do
to
it.
the plot of Spider-Man Homecoming. As Peter is seen being crushed beneath a large and very heavy object, he cries out for help, but no one answers. Through his struggles in the film, he realizes that the help Tony gave him didn't make him Spider-Man. He is, and always has been, Spider-Man,
Spider-Man, yeah.
and people are depending on him. Peter, rising to the occasion, utilizing his wound as a motivation to overcome his lie, results in one of the most moving and inspirational moments of the film. In that same way, Vegeta and the rest of the supporting cast help motivate and improve Trunks to the point where he no longer needs help. He can take care of his world alone. He always had that ability or potential in him, he just couldn't see it. He is no longer a boy, he is now
A man.
There are tons of famous father and son stories in fiction, where both characters address their shortcomings and ultimately challenge each other to be better in ways they would never have been able to do alone. Having given myself the time to reflect upon the story that was told between these two characters through this lens, I now see and better understand how important this aspect of the narrative was in creating the moments we all loved and appreciated on the surface. Thanks to the addition of Trunks, the past traumas of both himself and Vegeta were exposed and challenged for the better, ultimately forcing each other to heal from their past traumas, to relinquish their lies they believed, and to adopt a new truth moving forward. This relationship is a complex tale, full of innocence,
It's great.
pride, and ultimately catharsis. And it's thanks to this father and son story we've learned that in order to heal, you need to call attention to
The
and
team
address
forced that to get
the wounded characters. Thanks for watching.
That was great. That was not what I was expecting at all. I was not expecting that whatsoever. That was a great video. I thought it was going to be all about like Dragon Ball Super and how like Trunks, future Trunks wasn't as interesting anymore and stuff like that. But no, it was the interesting dynamic between Trunks and Vegeta. Yeah, they helped each other progress. That was brilliant. That was a well good video. That's cool. Wow. Awesome. Love it. Quality. Quality. Don't really know what to say. I just really like that. So yeah, just end it on in there. Thank you guys very much for watching. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments down below. Let me know what you should watch and discuss in future videos, and I'll see you guys. See all you guys next time.